I want to tell a story.
For us musical theater nerds up here.
And I just thought, how incredible that amidst all of this magic, this incredible life that we all get to live in the theater, that we are all so proud to be a part of this community at this insane time.
Trying to overcome a terrible set of circumstances and instead kind of empowers herself within these awful, awful circumstances.
I'm so grateful to be here tonight and be a part of this incredible group of people.
And it's a wonderful thing to be a part of, to support this great theater and to honor wonderful artists.
This is for you.
So, hope you enjoy.
I sit and watch the rain and see my tears run down the window pane. Crying, oh honey bear, are you still my baby?
My sky, my moon, and my stars and my ocean.
I sit and watch the sky. There are no exploding fireworks. Feel the early morning madness, and I can hear it breathe a sigh. It's a quiet thing.
Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day.
I think of him, how we were.
Have you had fun being the man witch?
I did have a good time being the man witch.
Take me, baby.
Take me, baby, oh, la 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 la, leave me, leave me, leave me. And when I think of him, then I remember.
Life was a road so certain and straight and unbending. When I was lost, I heard a voice that brought me feeling.
The sounds, I'm told, such moments bring.
I walk down the street, I hear people say, baby, so sweet.
That's the kind of special voice he brought me with his song.
This summer, it's very, very exciting. We're sort of like, just sort of starting at the ground.
Yeah, it's from the ground up. We're going to go out of town and see what happens, right?
Out here, Buenos Aires, stand back.
I'm coming out of makeup.
Get this, just look at me, dressed up and where to go. We'll put on a show.
Listen up. I mean, I know my way around here.
Cause you wanna know what you're gonna get in me.
But you gotta get a gimmick if you wanna get ahead.
It just doesn't roll off my tongue properly. I like my version better.
All I want is a whole lot of excess. Tell the singer this is where I'm playing.
Don't waste my time.
Because you wanna know what you're gonna get in me. Just a little touch of star quality.
It's funny. Me, I but I do it with a horn.
Let me dance to your beat, make it loud, let it hurt running through me.
You thought someone else was gonna play it. You're gonna wish someone had.
Don't hold back, you have no one to impress. You retreat, you were trod, you were shot to our shotties.
Once I was a schlepper, now I'm Miss Mazeppa with my revolution and dance. Not long until the cameras will start turning.
You wanna know what you're gonna get in me?
Yeah, you gotta get a gimmick. You dressed as a groundhog to protest the groundbreaking.
I play this game his way.
That's how burlesque was born. Just a moment together.
Just a little touch, just a little touch, just a little touch of star quality.
And then she exploded into glitter. No.
Yes, well, I just finished yesterday. Yesterday's my last show.
Yeah.
I've always marveled at her career, but I marveled at this performance. So much to say.
This character always struck a chord with me.
You know, just sang a couple little tunes.
I've been a big fan of it for a long, long time.
I've only met her a few times, but I'm seriously in love with her. In his eyes, I can see
It felt the moment I laid eyes on you.
where my heart longs to be. Feel the magic in the making.
What is this feeling?
I love you.
I love you.
Well, what do you know? I ain't mess, but I love you.
In his eyes, I
Stare from the mirror.
see a gentle glow.
And brighter than we knew it. Let's just look each other in the eye.
That's where I'll be safe.
You'll be on me too.
And have a quiet moment. So be mine. When you hold the world in your trembling hand. Could I stop my hand from shaking?
I'll cling on steadfastly as long as he needs me.
I love you so much. Safe in his arms.
With his sweet and gentle touch, he sure unlocked my soul.
Close to his penis is literally on your leg. Heart.
In his heart and soul's the kind of good they can't destroy. We can never go back to before.
Happiness comes in on tiptoe.
As long as he needs me.
The atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Maybe it's this strange new atmosphere.
Baby, when you're in the clouds,
Way up here among the laurel-lily clouds.
I was content, a princess asleep and enchanted.
The fairy tale adventures in this ever-spinning playground. But the bells don't ring. It's a quiet thing.
We can never go back to
It's crazy. You are like in rehearsals, and then you're working on it, and then you're in tech.
People only saw the doctor, lawyer, Indian chief.
And then you're in previews, and then you're changing things. And the early morning madness, and the magic in the making. Life is f***ing hell.
He was just a lonely little boy to me.
And then you open in this big fireworks party, an opening night party. And
For the person in motion.
Folks will kill to fill your shoes.
then the people, and then there's award season, and then you have to go to press and all this stuff.
In spite of what you see, I'm sure that he needs me.
I was so sure that where we were headed was right. Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day.
It's exciting, right? And he goes, no.
There's no way can I be what I'm not, and somehow I'll be strong as long as he needs me.
No press and no agents and no anything.
What are you talking about?
No significant other.
My feet were so solidly planted, and I'll be waiting for you there.
As long as he needs me.
Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day.
You can,
Now, what is so difficult about that?
I don't know quite where to start. A tiger in a cage can never see the sun. This diva needs her stage. The hell, I've got my pride. So be kind and don't lose your mind.
My head is reeling.
I need a moment's rest.
Baby, let's have fun.
New things are starting and people are trying so hard to make amazing theater. And I'm not in any hurry.
There are people out there unafraid of revealing that they might have a feeling, or they might have been wrong.
Who's in your bed?
You're more than just a mimic when you gotta kill it. I'll take a look how different we are.
That's it.
Why can't we all just sit together and have a Caesar salad?
I've got to stay true. Just remember that I'm your baby.
Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day.
As long as he
Get yourself a gimmick and you too can be a star.
needs
Yeah.
me. Ever since New Year's, I haven't said boo. I let you direct.
If I had dreams, then I'd let you dream them for me.
We didn't stay and dance at the Click Club that night because you wanted to go home.
You were flirting with the woman in rubber.
Yeah, stay on the same note.
The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways.
If you would indulge us in a good old-fashioned pants off.
Is that what this is about?
Loathing you.
Give me a break.
Loathing forever.
I learned all this at the urinal in the bathroom at the Rainbow Room.
If ever I go too far, it's because of the things you are.
There will always be a woman in rubber flirting with me.
My whole life long.
Every single day.
If you wanna bump it with the trumpet.
You love the limelight too now, baby.
The cardboard trees, the painted seas, the roaring of the crowd, the sound here, yes.
Need to tell me why, my baby. Give your lover the very best.
You got a prize and don't compromise. You're a lucky baby. Oh,
Take me for the love I have to hide.
I never thought you want more.
And if you give a damn, take me, baby, or leave me. That's what I said.
If I'm wise, I will walk away and gladly. So be wise, cause this girl satisfies. But sadly, I'm not wise.
I saw the good side. That's the kind your second sight doesn't last too long.
He doesn't say the things he should.
You can sacrifice your sacro, working in the back row. I make lists in my sleep, baby, what's my sin?
Every little trace, however small, makes my very flesh begin to crawl with simple other loathing.
Take me for what I am.
A control freak. He acts the way he thinks he should.
I was meant to be.
Stop, you're over-attentive.
Well, what do you know? Take me, baby.
And anal retentive.
And now I wanna see him fly, fly.
I quit
Say goodbye, goodbye.
unless you take it back.
Fly, fly, fly away.
I need a moment. What to do with my impromptu baby? Will his eyes reveal to me promises?
Ever since puberty, everybody stares at me, boys.
That was fun.
Girls.
Where are they now? These women.
You are the one I choose. I can't help it, baby. When he's near me, I don't let on. Women, what is it about them?
Women in white who knew what their lives held in store.
I can't live with them or without them.
But all the same,
It won't work, so watch me fly.
You sail away. Fly, fly, fly away. While I turn my back to the sea.
We all know I can do it.
Say goodbye, goodbye. No need to tell me why, my baby.
Take me, baby. If you wanna get ahead,
who else would love him still when they've been used so ill?
leave me.
Fly, fly, fly away.
Guess I'm leaving.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
I'm gone.
goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, I'm very happy to be back in Miscast.
Yeah, you're in the middle of like 20 Broadway shows or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I spent about 4 years of my life, the last 4 years of my life, in 4 years total, in the last 10 in London.
I got the opportunity to do this a couple times, 5 or 6 years ago.
And I'm bizarrely nervous tonight. It's weird. She's my best friend. She doesn't know that yet.
Back in the days when everything seemed so much clearer. My eyes were clear.
Like a king in his eyes.
Was I
hear the drums, and I don't hear the bands.
All I want to know.
Will I see beyond the sorrow that I feel?
There are people out there afraid to feel sorrow.
By looking in his eyes, will I see beyond tomorrow? I don't know why I'm frightened.
I look before I leap.
Not afraid of tomorrow.
I've spent so many mornings just trying to resist you.
But he can conceal from me the love.
This man you call a fake gave me something real. Unafraid to be weak, unafraid to be strong.
In his eyes,
Every look, a world to rediscover. His eyes.
Taught me how to feel.
his eyes, that look that hypnotized me.
You'd think you'd hear a choir sing.
It's hard to talk away the memories that you prize.
Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day. Back in the days when I was a child.
We were young together.
If you are lonely, then you will know when someone needs you, you love them so. Love is worth forgiving for.
Now I realize it's just this quiet thing. I don't want to be alone.
I know where I must be.
Everything worth living for is there in his eyes. This world's waited long enough.
Please keep a lookout. Watch me coming. Hello.
Love is worth forgiving for.
Happiness comes in on tiptoe. I'm trembling now. You can't know how I've missed you.
I know.
It's a very quiet thing. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye.
Oh, yes, he does need me.
Has there ever been a moment with so much to live for?
This is where I'm staying.
I've come home at last. Now I realize. Take me for what I am. We'll have early morning madness. We'll have magic in the making.
You shall have every breath in my body.
Always till you're dead. Who I was meant to be.
Put me down for a lifetime of success.
Everything worth living for is there.
We can never go back to before.
That's all from the past. It all comes true, just the way you planned. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. In his
Give me a kiss, Pookie.
You're welcome.